If you truly want a mix between an office machine and a gaming laptop, you've got to shell out the cash for a Razer blade. Today we've got the 15-inch model for you, which is stacked with up to a Core i9-12900H and an RTX 3080 Ti, specs that are outright scary to see in a laptop as portable as this one. It comes with a fully aluminum chassis and a super minimal boxy design. Of course, the green Razer logo is present on the back, but with the matte finish, the device is definitely appropriate for an office setting. It also weighs only 2.02 kilograms, while having a profile of 17 millimeters, which is insane when you have to factor in the cooling that needs to be present here. More on that a bit later. Taking a look at the base, we find massive speaker grills on the sides, as well as a keyboard with big keycaps and no numpad. Typing on it feels like you're using a MacBook, as the key travel is short, but the keys are very tactile and clicky. The touchpad, on the other hand, is a work of art, with a glass surface, smooth gliding, and accurate and responsive tracking. Moving to the sides, we see a decent selection of ports. The right side comes with an SD card reader, a Thunderbolt 4 port, one USB Type-A 3.2 Generation 2 port, and an HDMI 2.1 port. Switch sides, and you see the rest, which includes the power plug, two more USB Type-A ports, one USB Type-C 3.2 Generation 2 port, and a 3.5mm audio jack. There are 3 display options, but we settled for a 360Hz Full HD IPS panel. It gets plenty bright, at 340 nits, while also showing 96% sRGB coverage. Ultimately, it's a display for esports players who want to get the smoothest experience in FPS games and similar titles. Paired with our design and gaming profile, the panel gets exceptionally accurate, with a delta E value of 1.0, which means that you can do a lot of design and color grading on it. We'll have our display profiles linked in the description below. The front-firing speaker setup doesn't disappoint, providing clear audio with good quality. The frequency range is clear of any noticeable deviations, so the sound appears uniform and clear at all volume ranges.
Only 2 per 100 people watching this video are subscribers. If you decide to just start following us, we'll be able to reinvest more in our laboratory, thus making even more helpful videos for you. Thank you, you're awesome.
The machine that we have here has a Core i7-12800H and an RTX 3070 Ti. The performance output of the Core i7 matches laptops like the Acer Predator Triton 500 SE with a similar i7-12700H. Its closest competitor, the MSI Stealth GS66, delivers a higher Cinebench score while having practically the same chip. As for the 3070 Ti graphics, it performs similarly to the units inside the Predator Triton and the MSI Stealth laptops, even scoring a bit higher in the 3D Mark benchmarks.
Estaré aquí toda la noche.
¡Hey! ¡Cuidado, niños!
As for cooling, we have a well-sized vapor chamber that covers the CPU and GPU, along with 2 fans. In our stress test, The CPU maintains 90 watts for up to 30 seconds, which is great considering the dimensions of the Blade 15. Even in long loads, it runs at 55 watts, 10 watts above the base TDP of the chip. Compared to the Predator and the Stealth, the RTX 3070 Ti inside the Blade 15 runs at higher clock speeds even after 30 minutes, while having a temperature of just 72 degrees Celsius. During the peak of our stress test, the base has a hotspot of 43.8 degrees Celsius, while the two fans run a bit loud. Overall, in normal use, we expect it to be quieter and cooler, but even like this, it's comfortable to use. The efficiency of the laptop is put into question by our battery life test, as the 80 watt-hours unit lasts for only 6 hours and 12 minutes of web browsing, or 5 hours and 31 minutes of video playback, so you'd need to bring a charger with you, especially if you're a heavy user. The Blade 15 presents good opportunities for upgrades, with 2 SODIMM slots for DDR5 memory in dual-channel mode. As for storage, there are 2 M.2 slots that fit Generation 4 drives. We'll leave our teardown video in the description below in case you want to upgrade your Blade 15. Ultimately, the Razer Blade 15 is made for gamers, who also have an itch for minimalism. That might sound contradictory, considering the keyboard that it has, but what's more important is that the CPU sacrifices a bit of power in order to allow the graphics card to shine. For a more detailed look at the Blade 15, check out the review on our website.